Hello, so this is a question that was requested that I make a solution for. So we want to find an equation for the circle that is centered at the origin and, well, each of these statements. So this question says specifically it's centered at the origin so that we know for every case the center is 0, 0. Now the general form for the equation of a circle, which we definitely should have memorized, is that r squared is equal to x minus a squared plus y minus b squared. Often students, when they see this formula, they get a little nervous about working through these problems, but what I really like to stress is that if you know how to solve or find the equation of a linear relationship, it's exactly the same thing. What we need to ask ourselves is what is the radius and what is the center, because AB represents the center AB. So if every case the center is 0, 0, we can actually simplify this relationship to say r squared equals x squared plus y squared. And some students actually learn this as the equation of a circle initially, and then they go on to equations where the center isn't the origin, but I like to stick with this one right away, because if you just learn this one right away, it makes it a little easier. So if the radius is 7, that means that r equals 7, so therefore we get 7 squared equals x squared plus y squared. So there's part A done. B, if the radius is equal to the square root of 10, well, therefore what we end up with, the square root of 10 all squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. If it passes through the point negative 1, 12, well, in this case, if it passes through negative 5, 12, the challenge here is that we don't actually have the radius. So if we draw a little diagram here, we know the center is at 0, 0, and it passes through, let's see, negative 5, 12, which let's say is up there. That means that if we find the distance from negative 5, 12 to the origin, that's going to give me the radius of this circle. So therefore, the radius squared is equal to, well, the distance between these 2 points. Actually, let's do this. Yeah, let's do this. The radius squared is equal to, well, if we travel from across, that's going to be negative 5 squared plus 12 squared. And so what you might notice is I've simply subbed in this point into the equation of my circle to calculate the radius. So radius squared is equal to 25 plus 144, which is r squared equals 169, which is really nice because the square root of 169 is equal to 13. Oops, pardon me. Now remember, we took the square root, so we have to say plus or minus, but because this is a circle, a radius is always positive. So therefore, the equation of the circle is going to be 13 squared is equal to x squared plus y squared. And I'm done. One last little point on this question is some students would actually take this and write this, which is perfectly valid. They've just gone and squared the 7. Likewise, they could do this here. And same here, they could say 169 is equal to x squared plus y squared. This is perfectly valid, but the thing that I don't like about this is that since we squared r now, I have to actually do some mental math in my head to figure out what the radius is in each of these cases. I hope this video helped.